After years of decluttering our home and the homes of our clients, I've recently become interested in the idea of decluttering during some sort of transition. And a major transition for many people is packing for some sort of trip. Today, I'm taking you with me as I decluttered 3 categories while I was packing for an upcoming trip. And I'm going to share how this strategy can inspire and motivate you to declutter even if you aren't actually packing for anything. I started with what I thought would be the easiest category, and honestly, that's usually my go-to strategy when I find something a bit intimidating. This is the first time I've packed for like a real full vacation on a plane with all 4 of us. We went to Florida a few years ago. However, we went with like Scott's family and his parents drove, so they took the majority of our luggage with them. So we didn't have any like checked bags or anything. So the first category I tackled were bathroom products, and specifically sort of like seasonal consumables. So this was taking stock of our sunscreen, bug spray, meds, Band-Aids, all that kind of stuff. And I had started a packing list. So I printed that off so I could make notes on it and like check things off as I went. I also brought in a pen and a pad of paper so I could make notes if there was anything I'd run out of or that I needed to buy. And I also made sure I had my phone with me because I was not clear on the rules for like limits and how much you can pack and liquids and all that kind of thing. So I knew I wanted to Google a few things, which did happen while I was doing this. When we were on our honeymoon, which was the last time we were at like an actual resort for a trip, we had run out of sunscreen and I ended up having to pay like $40 US for sunscreen, which is like, we're in Canada, so it's like $60 for us. This is 11 years ago and I'm still mad about it. So I knew I wanted to be strategic with this stuff. But at the same time, my focus is always using up what we have first. It's winter here, so as I'm doing this, I already had all of my summer products in our bathroom in one cupboard because that's where I put them at the end of the summer. However, if I had been doing this during the summer months, I would have had to take stock by gathering everything into one spot because I often will have like sunscreen and bug spray. I'll have it like by the side door. I'll have it like in their backpacks, in our day trip bag, all over the house. I ended up finding a bunch of partially used sunscreens, which was kind of annoying. And so I hemmed and hawed about what to do here, but I decided to just end up packing them all. Obviously, it would have been way easier for me to just be like, I'm gonna go buy 2 brand new sunscreens and just take those ones and not have to worry about this. But then I would end up coming home and having even more partially used sunscreens, which I knew would drive me crazy. I also try to avoid buying travel size products. We honestly just don't travel enough to make it worthwhile, so it's sort of a waste of money on our end. But I did want to take a small amount of my face wash with me. I had found a like sample shampoo bottle, like a little tiny one that I had used up and I'd rinsed out and kept for this trip. And then I just went and filled up with a little bit of my face wash out of the main bottle. So again, just using what I already have rather than buying new. So in this category, I surprisingly didn't end up letting go of anything. However, my goal is that by taking items with me that we will probably use up and end up not bringing home. Next up is probably the most obvious category when packing for a trip, but also usually the most impactful. One thing I love about decluttering like you're packing is it forces you to choose your top favorite clothes. Like if we have 20 t-shirts, but we only have room to pack 7, we're obviously gonna pick our top 7. It reminds me of how people talk about like declutter your kitchen like it's an Airbnb. So would an Airbnb kitchen have 12 spatulas? No. Would you pack 17 pairs of shorts for a 6-day trip? Probably not. So the second category I decluttered this day was our seasonal clothes. So for this trip, our summer clothes. I store all of my off-season clothes in our luggage in the basement. I also have in there like some of my less frequently used stuff like nylons and formal wear that I don't wear all the time. So I thought this was the perfect opportunity to just review all of that stuff as well. And right away, I ended up letting go of a dress shirt that I'd had in there that I had bought for a photo shoot over a year ago and never worn since. So there was just like, I had to accept there was no point in keeping it. I also ended up finding a pair of jeans that I forgot I even owned. So even with this small wardrobe, I still had something I'd forgotten about. This is extra proof that we can only manage and keep track of so many items. Once we got going, pretty much everyone got in the mood for this. Scott pulled out his summer clothes as well, which are also in luggage in the basement. But actually before he'd even left for work that day, I mentioned to Scott that I was starting to pack and that I was doing this video, and he's like, oh, perfect. I have 2 work shirts that I want to get rid of. So he left those on the bed for me before he even left for work. And then when he ended up coming home, he ended up finding 2 more shirts in his luggage that he also just realistically wasn't wearing. So that is 4 shirts total for Scott.
This is the shirt that got me in the fashion show in Jamaica.
Did it? Oh, that's scary. We hadn't actually told the kids about this trip until this particular night when they got home from school. So I knew they'd be like very like jazzed and like pumped up to like pack and get organized. So I knew I had to have some sort of plan or system for them. Otherwise, it would just turn into total chaos. So I actually laid everything on their beds out by category, and then I made almost like little to-do lists for them to decide which items they wanted. So for Annie Rose, who's more picky, I'd put like, pick 7 shirts, pick 7 shorts. And then for Leo, who cares way less, I just created little outfits for him, and I just kind of said, do you approve this? And then like, pick 1 hat. We ended up letting go of 1 hat for Leo and 1 pair of sunglasses for Annie Rose. I know a lot of people talk about how like their kids outgrow their clothes so fast, but my kids are both really short, especially Leo. He turns 10 this year, and like multiple pairs of the shorts we packed were size 6. So it's actually pretty common for us to go through their clothes and not get rid of anything. That's the one you want to take? It is very tropical. Okay. So are any of these hats you don't want?
Don't want?
Yeah.
This one was from last year. It's old and rusty and dusty.
Okay, and you're gonna get a
You
brand
wore
new
that
one
one
again.
all year last year.
Because you liked it, because I think it fit you better. Do you want to get rid of the brand new one? That would be better, because since a kid might actually use it. Okay. Can you throw that in the hall, Daddy? Okay. All right, what's next on your list, Leo?
Sunglasses, yes.
Okay, what's next?
Shorts, okay.
So
shoes.
I'll show you here. These are your these 2 rows are like your day-to-day stuff. So like this is an outfit, this is an outfit. So just go through and make sure you're good with all the shorts and t-shirts.
Okay. Just didn't pack the favorite one.
What's your favorite?
It might not be in here. It was the how hot? Yeah, it was the gold under.
Oh, okay, yep. So change one out. What pick a t-shirt they would match.
Okay, like is that really hot?
Like shorts and t-shirts and tank tops and bathing suits.
I want this one.
On.
This one.
Not that one.
This one.
Let's see your eyes.
1, 2.
So
This
then,
actually might be long sleeve.
oh, I think you're right. Good call. Good catch, Rowie. Good catch.
So that's one of these.
For the actual packing of my clothes, I love using packing cubes. I do not think they're a necessity. However, my brain just loves them and loves categorizing things. I think I also like the idea of it because I think in my mind it keeps my clothes clean. Like I'm always paranoid of something leaking in the bag and like getting on all my clothes. I bought this particular set on Amazon probably a few years ago now. A friend had given me a gift card for Amazon, but they were not cheap. Like I probably paid $50 or more for this set. And in the past, I've borrowed packing cubes from a friend who got them from the dollar store. And I would argue that the ones from the dollar store were better than this particular ones that I have. I'm usually really leery of dollar store stuff just because I feel like usually it's terrible quality. But in this case, I think that the packing cubes at the dollar store that I've seen are actually pretty great. For the kids' clothes, so they're 7 and 9, they obviously need like a little more guidance in terms of not wearing like 6 shirts all in one day and then not having clean clothes for the rest of the trip. So I have one strategy that I've used for packing for them for the last few years. All I do is I create outfits for each day for each kid. And then I just put a Post-it note that says like the day of the week, so like Monday, Tuesday. And then I just put the Post-it note on the outfit and wrap an elastic band around it to make it just like a little package basically. I've seen a million strategies for packing for kids, and I think there's a lot of great ones out there. Honestly, I think this strategy works for us because I pretty much always have Post-it notes and I pretty much always have elastic bands. And now that we've done it for the last few years, the kids kind of know the routine, and so it makes it a lot easier. I also love the idea of the one where you have like a cloth shoe rack that you hang like on a door and then you put like outfits or items in the different pockets. However, I just couldn't bring myself to buy it just for this trip because honestly, we just don't travel enough. It's not like we're going on 4 trips a year or something. The next category, I actually ended up getting inspired to reorganize the area. So it was like a double declutter project and a reorg. We did a client linen closet project a few years ago, or no, it was just last year, I think. And I actually made a video about it. And one of the things we did was we reorganized how they stored like their bathing suits and pool and beach stuff. And at the time, before we got there, they had been storing everything in like their pool or beach bags, which does work in a pinch. However, it gets annoying because every time you want to use the bag, you have to like take everything out and repack whatever items you actually want to take with you that day. And the reason I knew this strategy was annoying is because this is exactly how we have stored ours up until today. The third category I tackled on this day were like bathing suits, towels, beach stuff. And I was very excited to create a new system for this area. We have seen 100 different ways to organize this category because honestly it depends on so many factors. Do you have a pool or a hot tub? What door do you use to get to the hot tub or the pool? Do you have a cottage? Do you swim indoors in the winter? Do you live in Thunder Bay or LA? So many factors. But one thing I usually like to do is to use like some sort of basket, or if you have a drawer that you can use just for bathing suits. In our house, we have all 4 of our swim stuff in this like little area of Leo's closet. I think the reason I'd been avoiding sort of giving it like an official spot is because deep down I want to like tear out this metal shelving in Leo's closet and just like reorganize this whole area. But realistically, it's not happening anytime soon. So I thought, you know what, let's bite the bullet and actually invest some like just a little bit of time and energy into this space. I brought a few baskets upstairs from my stash, like my client stash in the basement. I actually wanted something a bit bigger than I ended up using in this area. But it's such a cramped little space that I knew if I used something bigger, it would just get like rubbed and wrecked every time I wanted to pull something out or put it back in. And then I decided to add a tag and a little label, and I did 2 baskets, one for adult stuff and one for kid stuff. And once I got started with the swim stuff, I decided to add labels to all of the shelves in this sort of stack of shelving. I've loosely been using this area for these things, but just like adding labels and making things like official just made it feel a little bit more organized and polished. Above the swim stuff, I have a shelf where I just keep extra reusable bags. So like not bags I would use for groceries, but these are reusable bags I would use for if like I need to throw my running shoes to go to the indoor track, or we're going to a potluck and I want to have like something to put all my little bits in. And they're like usually more decent looking bags I put here. And then of course I've shared this one shelf is where I put the clothes that are too small for the kids anymore and that I want to get rid of. And as I was organizing everything, I reviewed items as well and ended up getting rid of one towel. It had been a hand-me-down towel from my sister for the kids. It was one of those cute little hooded towels, which I loved, but I couldn't get it on and off Annie Rose. Like I couldn't get over her head. So there was 0 point in keeping it. So even though I only ended up decluttering one thing from this area, it felt so good to get this finally sort of like officially organized, which means I also guess I decluttered something off of my to-do list, which is one of my favorite things to declutter. As I continued to pack, I also reviewed like a bunch of our paperwork. So I had old passports and like passport paperwork for applications and stuff. I had made copies of old passports that I use, like that I travel with in our luggage in case we lose our original, but they were from expired passports, so I knew I could get rid of those. I had printed off like too many copies of our travel itinerary, which I knew would just confuse me even more. So I got rid of those extra copies. When we did our paper purge a few weeks ago, we actually found this like little passport holder thing, like travel bag type of thing in Scott's files, which I think his parents had given him like long before I was ever around. And I was so excited. I've never had like an official holder for like all of our travel stuff. So I was very pumped to find this. So I ended up adding like all of our cash, our travel stuff, all of that into here to get it organized. And on the flip side of this, if you are at a stage in your life where you're actually traveling less, or maybe you've decided like all of your kids are grown up and realistically you're only traveling on your own maybe now, this is also an ideal time to go through like, all the old luggage, maybe old packing cubes, anything travel related that maybe you just aren't using as much anymore. Making this video has totally inspired me to want to make a video about decluttering like your house is an Airbnb. If you like that idea, leave that in the comments below. And if you like this video, please like and share with a friend who also might like it. If you're looking for more decluttering inspiration motivation, I will share another video right here for you to continue watching. Thank you guys so much for being here, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.